What's up, GrappleTalkians?
Hey.
Nick Ragnar, Jesse Von Ruden here, bringing you another edition of
Let's Watch Indie Wrestling.
And today we have a great episode for you. It's kind of weird because AC Riley, our good friend, our good buddy,
compadre,
Alex
pal
O'Reilly, who actually helped us found the GrappleTalk Network as part of this watch along, was supposed to be here today.
Yeah, he's conspicuous by his absence, though, right?
He's not here because he's a fucking asshole.
Well, I don't know if he's a fucking asshole. He's a lazy prick.
He is a lazy prick.
He's a lazy prick.
Maybe not a fucking asshole, but he's a lazy prick. But anyways, so basically what happened, we took last week off because – why did we take last week off? I don't even remember.
Actually, the reason
were sick or something.
Yeah. So your Zari, your beautiful wife, she was basically dead. She was expelling fluids from every orifice, and you had to take care of that. And you hate taking care of people's bodily fluids.
Yeah, and then I think I texted you guys at like 6 in the morning, and I was like, "Hey guys, I haven't really slept yet," and we were supposed to do it at like 9:30 in the morning, and I was like, "I'm dying." And the Patriots were playing at noon, so we were at a tight schedule. And then it just got to the point where then we thought about doing it on Monday, but the roads were bad. And quite honestly, I got home because it was like you had a game or something, right? So it was like
I don't know what I had going on.
We were like, we're not going to do it. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, okay, well then Monday off. And then it was like we could do it. And it was like, fuck. So then we rescheduled for today to do it. So everybody knew about the schedule.
Everyone did. Group message, all that stuff.
Sent the group message. I confirmed it yesterday. And Alex even messaged me at 1 in the morning saying, hey, man, could we do more than just this episode? Could you bank some? And it was like, no. But he was like, he was aware of the time because I was going to pick him up. And so I left my house. Tangent. I left my house. And I texted him. I said, hey, man, I'm on my way. I'll be there in like 2 minutes. I always lie to him. He can watch this. I lie to him. And I say
about
I'm
like
gonna,
when your time is
I say I'm going to. I always do this. I always say that I'm going to be there a lot sooner than I actually am, knowing that he is always late. Because, for example, like
he is always
how
late.
many times would we go on the road and it's like, hey man, we're here. Literally like 15 minutes later, he's like, oh, gotta put my shoes on.
No, it was like every time.
He would say, I gotta put my shoes on.
I
mean,
mean,
and then you
like
would sit
I don't
there
know
like,
what kind of. I think he was making his shoes. He was like sewing his shoes to his feet at that point in time.
So,
but yeah, he's very inconsiderate of other people's time.
So then I texted him, and then I didn't get anything. I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe I should call him.
Oh yeah.
Ring, 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 ring. You have reached the voicemail box of.
He hasn't set up a voicemail box.
So
Are you saying that he's that lazy? He hasn't set up a voicemail box?
Well,
yet?
he's probably so famous that he gets so many phone calls that he doesn't want people to know it's his phone. That's my guess.
Bullshit.
So then, anyways, I leave him a voicemail. I go, "Hey, dude, we're not gonna fucking wait on you. We're just going to do the episode."
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, and you'll see why in a couple of minutes because it's supposed to be a surprise, AC.
Yeah, surprise.
This was like your episode to do, and unfortunately for you, you're not here to defend your actions. So
basically, this is going to end up being our Rock Mankind. This is your life. But
actually,
it is now.
But the person that he's not highlighting isn't here.
So at this point in time, have we terminated his life, and this is in a memorial?
I guess I'm waiting for him to shoot me a message here in like 15 minutes when he actually wakes up and he goes, "Oh hey, I'm on my way."
No.
Too late.
Too late, dude.
Too late, pal.
It's like I gotta go downstairs and unlock the door here at the studio.
Can't do it.
Going to do it.
Can't do it. So don't even bother coming. AC.
Yep.
So anyways, we're going to get started here. We were supposed to be doing an NAW Loons Lacrosse show from 2008. That was the premise because AC Riley, this is his first singles match ever. So without further ado, I'll just play it. And 3, 2, 1. Play.
All right, so this is actually a very interesting. It is now
so
the
there
best
you go.
of AC Riley.
So AC, there you go, buddy. We were gonna do the best of AC Riley. I pulled a bunch of shitty matches that you were involved in and decided to put a compilation of it so we could talk about it. And you're not even fucking here, so we're just gonna shit on you the entire hour of this fucking podcast.
All right, so let's burn it to Loons in beautiful La Crosse, Wisconsin. June. I think this was a June of 08.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's like June or July of 08. Now, this ended up being both you and me's first time on the commentaries.
Yeah, right, yeah, because I think what happened with me, AC and me were going to high school together. Oh, and here he comes out, his first singles match in his hoodie. Gosh, it's so dark.
Oh.
His first singles match, it's a really nice brown hoodie he's got. But anyways, I think
you can tell the color?
I think he said, hey, man, they need commentators. Is that something you'd want to do? And I was like, dude, I want to go to school for sports broadcasting. fuck yeah. Did he tell you that I would, like, he's like, hey, man, I know a guy.
Yeah, first show. One of the first things he said to us, like, right away was like, oh, hey, man, like, so I don't know if you guys are really, like, I don't know if you got your crew settled or anything like that, but, like, I know this kid. You know, he's like, you know, his name's Nick and stuff like that. He's a really smart kid, stuff like that.
That was nice.
Yeah, but he's, like, nowhere near as cool as me and stuff like that. So he, like, he still buried you at the same time. And we're like, yeah, man, if he wants to learn how to do commentary and stuff like that, just kind of have him come. And then at this point in time, I think our crew was very much makeshift. So we're grabbing wrestlers. Yeah. We're going to do this, doing that. Like, the show before this one, we had Austin Aries and Arya Davari doing commentary on a Battle Royal. So it's like we didn't have a crew. So at this point in time, then we decided we really needed to have a crew. Yeah. So Norman is running the floor cam. I think Ryan Brown was actually gone for the show. So
yeah, he wasn't there.
We did just a standard hard cam up in the corner, you know. So, yeah, you know, we made it work. This is like the first time we actually really pared down the production. And, wow, Alex is very pared down. It looks like he has only had 2 meals.
And it was supposed to be, week. I think when I first got there, we sat down and practiced.
Yep.
And then you were like, all right, dude, like, but I'm going to get, like, D-Rock or something. Like, somebody else is going to do this. And all of a sudden, you just ended up staying. And that's when we just started doing commentary together full-time kind of after this all started. But David Bonner always took, like, a liking to AC. Like, he wanted to, like, help the dude grow. So I don't know if this is a match that he had requested or what, but.
Yeah. Well, I think it really kind of did help him grow. I mean, look at Alex there in comparison to now.
Yeah,
he's really definitely grown.
Just a tiny bit. It looks like the current Alex Riley ate this Alex Riley.
This looks like Aaron Sacrifice cosplaying as Alex Riley. You know,
I like that. That's funny. That's actually really funny. Yeah. So So basically, what I did, folks, is I went through the annals of YouTube.
The annals.
The annals.
Yeah.
Anal. And I found, like, I think there was maybe 4 or 5 pretty. Some of these are pretty bad. Some of them aren't so bad, but the circumstances are bad. But I figured we'll just watch a bunch of really shitty AC Riley matches to kind of, you know, hopefully hammer that ego down a little bit. But I'm not sure what David Bonner is saying. We have these big-ass headphones on. I have no idea.
What's great, you end up noticing. Yeah, I know. So once you go back to hard cam here in a second or two, you can kind of see where they actually had their locker room set up. They just tarped it.
They just tarped off the top there, so you had guys, dick and balls, just all behind that fucking tarp.
Yeah.
Talking over finishes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they shook hands.
Wow, apparently, yeah.
So is this a face-and-face matchup then, or?
No, apparently not. Nope.
A little disrespect for the young rookie AC Riley. He's like a house of fire.
Yeah, wow, it's so much House of Fire, he broke the ring.
Goes, yep. And the ring is busted.
So here's the premise now. You are just starting your match. You broke the ring, and instead of taking the time maybe to fix it and be like, hey, guys, we have a broken ring, you're going to continue doing this match for another 10 fucking minutes.
I'm not sure how the ring broke. I don't know if one of the turnbuckles slipped out or what, but yeah, well, I mean, and that's,
it was the force from that Irish whip, Nick.
Isn't that like what some of the like the fucking like old school vets say? It's like, hey brother, you should be able to work a match without ever touching the ropes or some bullshit. Isn't that what, like a popular thing is?
That is a popular thing where they were like, hey man, try it. Here's a challenge this week. Don't use the Irish whip.
I'm the angry wrestling vet. I post things on Facebook because I'm fucking cool and I think I know what I'm talking about.
You know, so this is still just really kind of interesting. So you just throws them out still.
He's out now. Yeah, look at the roaring crowd out here.
Oh man, a whole 20 strong.
Fucking day drinking.
Look at that taint shot. You know, Norman really,
get out of here.
He was definitely in the running for Camera Operator of the Year at this point in time.
You think so?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Look at that. I mean, between the ropes and everything, what a good crisp HD shot. Come on, get back in the ring, brother.
So yeah, at this point in time, we're using the Ryan Brown shotgun method with the camera. So basically, you use the tripod and put the smaller camera on the tripod.
I thought that worked pretty good.
Yeah, it actually works really well. He still uses it to this day. It's one of the things he actually still uses to this day, depending on the setup.
So again, this is Alex's first ever singles match. He was under the moniker Alex O'Reilly at this time. He was very proud of his, 10% Irish heritage. And I think this is also, he was kind of like, wanting to do some type of ground mat wrestling MMA style gimmick or something.
Is that fucking Nightwolf?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out. If that was Nightwolf, who the hell is that guy?
No.
Maybe it's just some guy that was drinking at the bar and they needed somebody. So they threw him
I wouldn't doubt that. If you guys know who that referee is, please hit us up on the GrappleTalk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And now he goes over.
Over the top, bro.
Some good storytelling thus far. I think. I mean, honestly, he's at least improved a little bit from that fucking god awful tag match. It could also be because Dave Bonner's in the match. Oh,
that's what I'm thinking.
Mom.
Yep.
There's his mom. Look at that. She's got the camera out. And
Who's those two brunettes right there?
I don't know.
Man.
I wonder if they know him or maybe they were like college friends. I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah. Well, didn't Alex just graduate high school at this point?
I don't know. How old was I? This was what? This is 2008.
I think you were like 17.
Yeah, he would have just graduated high school then, so he was probably getting ready to move to Milwaukee to go to college there for like a year for film or whatever the fuck he went to college for there.
Yeah, didn't he switch his majors like 8 times?
Yeah, he basically has a doctorate.
But in what?
I don't know. Some type of communication degree, which we all know is worthless.
Yeah, it's definitely true. I have one too.
Yeah, I have one, so I can say that as well.
Yep.
But Dave Bonner with his Under Armour tank top and the fucking, I don't know.
Yep.
I never really, I guess I kind of understand the kilt a little bit. I mean, I wear a fucking scarf. It's like easy heat because people are like, I'm homophobic.
Yeah.
Guys in skirts, I don't agree with that. That's things that I don't agree with, Jesse. Boo! But at the same time, he was fucking, wasn't he Scottish? And he'd always come out and go, hey, everybody, I'm fucking David Bonner.
And then after, like 5 words later, he's like, hey, guys, how's it going? He would actually lose the accent. I don't know what it was. But no, it's always kind of weird. So, like, especially in the Midwest, where you have a melting pot of different cultures, like the Irish, the Germans, the French, the Norwegians, and stuff like that. So it's kind of weird. Like, everyone embraces their culture here. Yeah. I mean, there is a different fest every weekend. Really Mediterranean Fest this, Irish Fest that.
Yep.
The second a guy wears a kilt, they're like, fag. It's weird.
Exactly what they do, though.
It is very weird.
It is weird, but it's just, I think that's one of the probably, God, here's that stupid,
I fucking hate that spot,
fucking,
too.
Yep,
yeah.
the fucking,
but at least with that, though, like, you can't really tell because he's wearing a skirt.
Yeah, I guess you can't, but I think that is Nightwolf, for reals.
Oh, man.
The fucking,
what is Nightwolf up to these days?
I don't know.
Is he actually in the new Mortal Kombat game, Nightwolf? It's like Mortal Kombat 11 now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, nice. That was a good pop culture reference right there.
Yeah, it's the only one this episode.
That was nice. But yeah, well, I mean, I'll be honest. I thought this match was going to be way worse than it was, but Dave Bonner's been pretty decent at controlling it. I mean, it's not like you're going to write home about it, but there hasn't been anything visibly bad other than the ring just totally not being. Oh, is he going to pounce his head with that?
Maybe. I don't know. I think he's going to kick him right in the dick. Oh, headbutt to the dick.
Headbutt to the dick, even better.
Yeah. Nice call there. Headbutt to the groin, Nick. That's what you said. That was very spot on.
Yeah, too bad. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't even be a bad idea for us just to upload this video so you can hear our shitty-ass commentary. It was so bad.
Cliche fest.
You weren't awful.
I
was really bad.
Nick, we're both super fucking green at this point.
Oh, my God.
All right.
It was
this
bad.
is way before Screamfest, where we just basically just yelled all the time.
I think every match, the babyface would come out and I would say, well, he's got something to prove here tonight. I think I said that for every single guy, and then I said a win would do a lot for his career here tonight. I said that every time, too.
Yeah, but it's true, right?
It's not wrong.
Yeah, it's
but
like...
I sounded like the fucking WWE 2K19 video game commentators, brother, where I said
the same
of course,
this was 9 years previous to that.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe we were ahead of our time, but
it was
bad. It was like I was reading copied and pasted fucking things.
Why the fuck did he bump there?
I don't know. He's trying to give Alex some fucking heat, I guess. I don't know. Oh, there's that big clothesline. Again, though, I mean, Alex is pretty green, but barely any offense other than these clotheslines thus far.
All right, so, this is the second time in our short tenure that we've been at Loons, and already they've killed the town.
It's awful. Yeah, there's nobody there.
Yeah. That first show, that first show really sucked here at Loons. Now, this show, for whatever apparent reason, this card is actually really good.
It's actually a really good card.
I mean, you had Pink Mac was there, Lumberjack was there, Rennie D, Zach Neo, Asylum. This was a really stacked card. This was, at one point in time, I think probably the best show New Age Wrestling put on all year.
Yeah, to be honest, guys, we were, like I said, we were planning on doing a 2008 Loons Lacrosse show as my first commentary, Alex's first singles match, and we were just going to do this show. But all the matches were actually fairly good, and we didn't want to just sit here and watch good wrestling because, well, how fun is that? So that's why we decided to go back and start trying to find some shitty AC Riley matches. But
Man, those forearms look better then than they did now.
I don't. You're not going to get me to. What just happened there?
I think he just punched him right in the dick.
What's going on? Just rolling
And there's
around.
a roll up.
Is that
and
the
ropes.
Is that it?
That's the finish.
That's the schoolboy finish?
Yep.
Using the ropes that have no leverage, he gets the W on the schoolboy.
God damn
and
it.
thus starts the schoolboy fucking streak of AC Riley.
Yeah, so basically AC Riley lost every match for like 3 years via schoolboy.
Yeah. Yeah. What happened, man?
Oh, what happened,
That was
man?
super fucking weird.
Yeah, that was
They
just
rolled
awkward.
around. Yeah, it was like they
Very
were fucking,
awkward.
It's like they were wrestling in bed. It was like a lot of just roping and rolling and.
Yeah, you know, it's very much a drunken college hookup.
Yeah.
You know, at Howie's.
Even though Alex O'Reilly, the Irishman, lost this match, he still shows promising attributes.
Yeah,
That's promising. See?
Promising
Look at that.
bread.
There,
Did you say promising breadcrumbs?
I don't think I said that.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Oh, and here
D-Rock, there
D-Rock,
go,
there's
yeah.
D-Rock coming in to fix the fucking ring. Yeah, I got him there. Okay, now we're on to the next one. Oh, so now we're doing some Butterfest. We're doing.
Okay.
Is
this the rematch or is this Jake Classic
it's
now?
Jake Classic versus AC.
All right.
And so what I did is I went back and I basically watched snippets of AC Riley matches, and wherever I saw some awful wrestling, I decided to use that.
Do you
so
hate
at some
your
point,
life, Nick?
So
That's
at
the question.
some point during this matchup, actually a couple of times, I think Jake gets fairly pissed at him because he's just not. He's not following along with how they're supposed to be doing things.
All right, cool.
So we'll see that. Obviously, the quality is god-awful.
Oh, hey, that's okay, man. Like, that's the point of YouTube rips. They're going to look like trash. So this is actually probably about a year to the date later, right?
Yeah.
Give or take,
Yep.
yeah. So this is June of 09. Here comes Alex Riley. He's dropped the O at this point in time, and it's added a mixed martial arts gimmick.
Oh, God. That was dumb. Oh, I'm cringing
Yeah.
right now. Oh, I don't like that. AC.
You know, at
buddy.
one point in time, I remember being on road trips with that kid, and we were trying to convince him to do that, you know, mixed martial arts gimmick because, like, no one at the time was doing it.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the other matches on this, he does the full-blown mixed martial arts gimmick with the fucking trunks and the shorts and
the Brock Lesnar
and,
look.
and we'll watch that, and then you tell me if it was a good idea, if that was one of our bad ideas or one of our good ideas. Okay.
Oh man,
Um,
that is saying a lot because we had a lot of really kind of sketch ideas.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a bad idea. I'll just spoiler alert. But
All right,
but so for those of you that don't know, Jake Classic, actually really fucking good wrestler.
Yeah.
The dude knew how to do his shit. He was kind of local, and I don't know if he'll have an opportunity to kind of spotlight that against Alex here, but we always knew him as one of the better workers. But he got out of wrestling for whatever reason, and
Well, he
I
had
think
some
he's
knee
like
issues, and he got into politics over in Winona.
politics.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not sure what he's doing nowadays, but he had a very flamboyant gimmick, and I assume a lot of the people that are watching, I would say, you know, to liken him to somebody that a lot of people that probably watch this know today, I would say he was like a less you know, rated R Mario Crivello.
Yeah, he came out to like Raining Men. He did the air dongs, you know. Just really solid talent. And like small world-wise, one of my ex-girlfriends used to be neighbors with him years ago. So like when we were dating and whatever, she's like, "Oh, hey, you do that wrestling thing?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, you know Jake Classic." I'm like, "Hell yeah, I know Jake Classic." And she's kind of talking about how much weed that he used to smoke.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
apparently.
could probably see that. He's got
Yeah,
tie-dye
definitely,
tights.
yep.
So AC just took a snapmare, and I guess he was unconscious from that. So I think
Well,
he's still trying to figure out how to sell appropriately.
It's a fucking snapmare. Like,
You figure he would get up right away from that or something if Jake wasn't on him, but I think he was waiting for something to be applied, so he was just, you know, I think this is when AC was probably overthinking a little bit. Uh-oh.
oh yeah.
Oh, God.
Yucks.
So I think Jake there basically told AC, he's like, hey, man, you know, take over the chain because I took you, you know, the first go-around, you're the face, and AC had no idea what to do, so he fucking clobbered him.
Referee for this one, of course, Chris Steele still.
Another Chris Steele appearance.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Just walks up now, starts tattooing him with those rights. You know, he still throws a pretty decent punch.
Yeah.
You know? Does he still even throw punches in his matches?
He's more of a forearm guy nowadays. I think he likes to actually connect.
Oh, you think he actually likes hurting people? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I think that, enough time has passed where guys say, they'd rather make it look real than not. So I think he's really bought into that.
Oh, what a
That was
clothesline.
a nice little clothesline.
Yeah,
top
Jake
rope,
really
but,
bumped his ass off for that.
So he's always, we had an altercation. Trey, I and him did, and was supposed to hit him with a chair, and he's like, "Well, hit me, dude. Don't pussy whip me." So I fucking hit him as hard
Oh,
as I
you did.
possibly could.
Yeah. That was from this past Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I was also probably relinquishing some angers that I was holding towards him for a long period of time, but.
Oh, rookie mistake. What a weird sell.
Come on.
Jake's like, fuck that
Alex,
shit,
what
man.
the
Bump.
Bump on it, dude. So
You
I think
asshole.
I think throughout this match you can tell there's a couple of times where Jake actually gets a little kind of short-tempered with Alex and probably tries to give him a couple of receipts there, brother.
Well,
Some drunk dudes at
wasn't
Butterfest.
this like at the point where a bunch of guys were really kind of sticking up for Alex and kind of like pushing him towards, like David Bonner went to bat for him again. Like Alex had won the Battle Royal on this show, and it was going to get a title opportunity against Dave. And this match was basically like Jake was one of the gatekeepers. He's like the ace of the roster, not to be confused with Ace Spade, but the actual ace of the roster. Oh, he could have won. No, he didn't. So this is kind of like, Alex, can you hang with one of our better guys? And I have no clue who he's going for there.
Oh. Yikes. See, now he's just waiting for him, and I think Jake was like, come get me, dude. It's like you expect he rolls back and he should probably jump back on the attack, and he didn't do anything. I think what you notice with Alex a lot this time, and I'm thankful that yeesh.
Yeah, nice leg sweep, though.
I think what you notice with Alex is that what you'll notice as a dude, he's a very tentative guy that does not honestly like making decisions. He likes having approval prior to making those.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, dude, like, what do you think of this? I almost want somebody else to agree that it's a good idea before we do it. And I think a lot of times, especially Jake, and AC, again, was supposed to fucking be here to comment on this, but I think Jake was more of the kind of guy that they didn't talk about a lot of shit behind the curtain.
Yeah.
I think he went out there and just kind of worked. So Alex doesn't have the opportunity to run down, hey, man, are these good ideas for us to do? So then when you have him out here and you're asking him to do stuff like that, he's so tentative. He's like, I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to do something wrong. That's why you're seeing him.
Jake's got a lot of space to clear here with that leg drop. Yep.
With his weird selling and his inability to kind of do anything besides punches and whatever this move is.
Oh, it's an
atomic
drop, yeah.
Atomic drop, or Manhattan drop, excuse me.
I love how you were like, atomic, no, excuse me, Manhattan drop.
Well, I was trying to take my career serious at this point. Oh, there's
the
the
stroke.
Riley factor. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Riley factor, like Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, piece of shit. So like it was post 9/11, right? I thought the old Riley factor was actually a spoof news show.
Oh, you
so
did,
I
because
watched
it was-
it.
yeah.
And I thought it was fucking hilarious, and then I realized, no, this guy's
It's
being
a real thing.
This is fucking serious,
Yep,
man.
it's a real thing.
Yeah,
It's a real thing.
yeah. I thought it was like the Daily Show.
You know, I've always hated. I actually have seen a lot of wrestlers.
Oh,
He's dead. I've seen a lot of
Yep.
wrestlers who I would actually. There it
Ropes,
is. Yep,
ropes,
yep,
ropes
using
is
the ropes
it.
Too. Oh, we noticed it. Okay.
wow. Way to go. Way to go,
Chris Steele just
Chris
fucking
Steele.
stepping up and making things happen. I've noticed.
I wonder if that was the planned finish and Chris Steele just fucked it up.
There's been a. Oh, now he's dead. I bet that's it now. Probably.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of wrestlers that I would respect that do the 10 corner count.
Yeah, 10
super
punch.
late in matches.
Yeah.
And I think it's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It's so fucking stupid.
Oh, there's that leg drop.
That's it. Yeah, that's his finish.
He crushed his skull.
Bye. So again, these matches are a year apart.
Yep.
Much of a difference?
Yeah, the ring didn't break, number one. So, number two, he got some shine, he got some moves in, but at the same time,
What
no.
moves?
He
Atomic drop.
had this and the atomic drop. Oh, wow. Thanks, Jake,
See,
for blowing
again.
his kiss.
So
Yeah.
Alex, not here to defend yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Screw off, dude. Big problem of his was just not being able to take over and
Take
do
the
things.
initiative.
Yeah, take the initiative and just be
Yeah.
like and get things done. I think there was a couple of times that Jake opened up to him, but he just didn't know what he wanted to do. Maybe, I don't know. The dude's always been like super heavily fucking, loving wrestling.
we were hyping the convict match next.
Are we really?
All right, cool. Now we're in Whitehall. Chris Steele, of course, the referee for this one too. Wow, man.
And there it is.
There's
fucking
the
MMA. Come on, Whitehall!
Woo! Whitehall, man, such a beautiful gym. What a shitty crowd.
Right.
Wow.
That's why he can't. So again, AC, he can't be here to defend it. So we're just again. He pissed me off. He was supposed to be here, so I'm just gonna shit on him. It's funny though, dude. He always.
Yep.
I don't know if you know this, but in locker rooms nowadays,
Yep.
he fucking shits on everybody for going out there and going, "Come on, whatever
Insert
generic
town,
and doing all that generic shit."
Yep.
Alex made that his fucking gimmick the first couple of years when he was a face.
Yeah.
That's all that he did.
All right, cool. So nice intimidation corner spot there. Now stretching. That's probably the only stretch he did all day.
Such a
God,
we were in the crow's
So
nest sweating our ass off.
Is this another like a year later type of thing? Is this like 2010 or what year is this?
Actually, it might be. Oh, now he's doing the push-ups.
Oof.
I think he was a.
That's more like a heel thing right there. It's like you're waiting for your opponent to come. You're like, oh man, I'm gonna do some push-ups. It's too low.
That is too low. Actually, I don't know if I picked up.
Holy shit, he has no fucking beard.
No, he has no beard.
Holy crap.
This is old school stuff.
So so this match right here is supposed to be like a face-on-face type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Man, that is a fucked up mullet in that front row. Look at that. Look at that right there. The one.
That's awful.
Oh man, that is terrible. Holy shit.
I think it's supposed to be a like a teacher versus a student thing. I think.
Usually that ends up where the teacher has sex with a student, and then the teacher gets
I think that actually happened
arrested.
in this too. Yeah, I think that actually happened here too.
Wow.
I think that's why Tulo seemed to.
Oh,
look at that main event.
The original Alex Riley. I forgot about that. Did he spell his name wrong too? Or?
I don't know. Did he?
I think. He
Oh,
did.
yep.
He
There you go.
might-
And then they just pounded it.
He might have. Oh my
So
god.
Here we go. The main event of the evening.
Oh man.
What are you checking right now?
Hold on. Yeah. Holy shit. Fucking Brown spelled his name wrong.
How do you spell his name on the fucking thing?
R-I-E.
God damn it, Ryan Brown.
What the fuck, dude?
Damn
and this
it,
made
Ryan.
air shit.
Oh, so now we're gonna get some chain wrestling maybe a little bit here. I was always a little skeptical about being MMA, but then also wearing kick pads. It's like
that makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense. That's what I thought.
Maybe it does.
Why?
Like Anderson Silva, didn't he break his fucking leg doing a kick where he connected with the shin and his leg just went?
Yeah, but you still can't wear kick pads in MMA though. There's not a.
Well, but maybe you should because then your leg doesn't go.
Well, I'm talking. I guess I'm talking UFC. I think there are MMA. Sanctioned events where they primarily
like
wear
battle
kick pads,
arts or something
like that.
Yeah,
But I don't know. It's like Alex was combining two different types of of the sport or two different.
It looks like
whatever.
he got drunk as fuck playing WWE 2K10 and decided to create a wrestler.
Make a badass wrestler here.
You know what, man? I'm gonna come out. Oh, it's really kind of cool, man. So on my Xbox, I can actually have licensed music on there. So I'm gonna come out to I don't know, Drowning Pool or something.
I don't know what the exchange just was, but they were trying to go for that. Everybody cheers because it was a good back.
Nah,
and
no
forth,
one
and
did.
Nobody did anything.
No one gave a shit.
Nobody gave a shit except for Chris Steele. He looked like he was having a great time. Chris Steele, kind of ballsy here. We're talking 2010, 2011, and he still went with the bleached top. Which
Yeah, I know.
Was kind of
it's some would say he was ahead of his time. Some would say he was very far behind the times.
Okay. Well,
look at that! Just MMA, man.
Went the
look
full
at that.
Fucking, I thought that was.
He had the fucking.
But then he lets him up.
What the fuck? He had the mount. Just pound his ass.
Yeah, that was
Oh, man.
You look at AC Riley's first couple of years. I will say today it's a lot different. But you look at back then, he was just so. He was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what the right thing to do is here. Do you have to take that?
No. I will
Message them.
Yeah.
Say, hey, brother, can I call you back in a little bit? But that you notice that a lot from AC, where he's like, I don't know what to do here, so I think the best thing to do is nothing, and let somebody else to. Here's another takedown. There's another one. Oh, weird. And then he pins him. Oh, that's so weird. That was weird. Again, didn't know what to do there, so pinned him. But now
he's punching him, but he's punching his hand.
He's punching his hand there, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why Ryan Brown is the camera operator
And
of the year.
then he pins him again.
Look at that strong kick out, man. That was a strong kick out.
You know what I think? I think in a.
What the fuck?
I don't know what that. Yeah, I'm not sure he knows what's going on here.
That's like the weirdest armbar.
And now he's asking for crowd
approval.
You know, because what part of that is people saying you need to have a little bit more charisma out there, and it's like, okay. And then I'm in the middle of a serious hold, and I'm gonna try to pound on the mat to get some appreciation when I'm supposed to be snapping this guy's arm.
Yeah, that makes no sense, man. Oh, kicked it right in the jaw. That was a better sell.
Yeah. Did he kick him in the jaw though, or in the chest?
I think it was a jaw.
Okay. Well, that's different. Then.
Oh God. I'm gonna do a spinning toe hold. Let me bring up my right leg. I kind of do like the natural defense. Try to bring up the leg and stuff like that. Like try to push him off. It's actually kind of smart.
It's just been.
Oh Jesus fuck.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, but he gave him that one.
They caught him that time.
He gave him that one.
Yeah.
So Alex is. There's the claps again. Like, why wouldn't he go get him though? That's what It's.
I don't know.
This is probably like maybe 2 years in the biz now at this point. So it's.
Yeah,
you're getting to the point now where you.
Oh God, that was a low blow right in front of the ref.
Yeah.
Like Chris Steele did not see that at all.
So now I think he's just becoming a heel. He's like, fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah, I got clotheslined, so I'm a bad guy
I'm
now.
a bad guy now. Maybe he was getting sick of it. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe.
Here, but. I think Alex kind of just took on that rookie moniker for so long where he was expecting others to kind of take the charge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what like the takedowns and not jumping on top of the guy, or it's just kind of I don't know, full head of steam. There's a clothesline. I mean, yeah. Offense, clotheslines. And
oh, man, a nice snap suplex.
That was a good snap suplex. I don't know.
Okay, so, like, with the MMA gimmick, man, like, it should be a lot of shooting, takedowns, strikes, and so far we've seen a lot of clotheslines, which we don't see a lot of in the MMA world.
Nope.
Imagine if we're watching, like, UFC. We're down at a bar, we had a couple beers, and all of a sudden here comes a guy, tries to clothesline him, dude, his arm gets snapped.
Now they're doing a forearm back and forth.
Yeah.
Because of who wanted to go there? Who wanted to go first?
There's training bombs here.
I wonder if Alex is going to be mad at us from what
I don't know.
He pushes him over. He doesn't know what he wants to do.
So he pushes him over. Now he's going to
there's another
arm bar. I like the ring positioning, though. I really do. Like, he should be, like, biting the bottom rope, though, for leverage.
There it is again.
Come on, guys. No, it's like you pulled on his arm. Don't let go of it.
Oh. That's awkward.
Oh, God. Now he's got him by the dick.
See, I think sometimes guys are just, like, don't understand submission holds well. I'm not saying I could. If I was in the middle of the ring and you asked me to reverse something and try to put a submission hold on, I couldn't do it.
Why reverse it that way, though? Like, is that, like, the reverse, like, figure four? Oh,
no,
man.
It doesn't make any sense. Oh, there's another DDT.
God,
you always love those just awkward. I'm not sure what to do
here. That's like the third one
in
this match. He's like, hey, Alex, you know how to, bump face first? Yeah, okay, boom.
It's like, I'm not sure what to do here, DDT.
Ryan Brown's hair. Look at that hair.
Oh, yeah, the Chronicles of Brown's hair.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on here.
Crossbody. Oh, he caught him.
See, that was a good catch there.
Wow.
And then turns it into a scoop slam. And then pins him. You can tell that AC's kind of isn't sure what to do because he pins after every offensive maneuver he does.
Well, he's trying to win the match, Nick.
Sure.
I mean, that's the logic behind that one.
Yeah, trying to get that fan support with the boot.
Man, look at those fucking wind pants like Chris Steele. Holy shit.
Yeah, I bet those are very breathable.
So
why do you think Alex is just selling on the mat right now? Because he scoop slammed him. He seemed fine, pinned him.
Well,
and then
if I'm going to use video game logic, he actually used his special meter there for the power slam.
So then he kind of ran out.
Yep.
Back elbow.
I don't get the back elbow.
I don't like the back elbow. It doesn't make sense to me either, but a lot of people do it.
Yeah. Well, I think if you have more momentum. Why the snapmare? Why the snapmare?
You can tell.
Oh, nice drop kick.
That was
a
good drop kick.
I like that.
But now he's selling again. It's like he's playing WWE 2K and his stamina meter's out. He needs to take some time to recharge. There's a cover again. Not sure what to do.
Oh, God, what a terrible cover. Yeah, he should have hooked that leg.
This is again. I mean, and you can't put it all on AC. I mean, he's basically being trained by Ace right now, so he was kind of just. I don't know if he understood psychology because now it's like you built all that up. You did your double down. And now you're doing a sleeper hold? You're doing a rest spot? You know?
Yeah, I think they're going over the finish right here, which is going to be a, hey, Tulo, schoolboy me. Tulo's like, all right, cool, man. Sounds good.
No, it was. Yeah.
Oh, they're going to do the Piper spot?
Oh, that's awful.
What the fuck?
I think that
Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. What the fuck?
I didn't realize that was how it ended.
Oh, fuck. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. Holy shit. That is some wrestle crap, man.
That was
what the fuck?
The hell
Alex is back up. He's like, what happened, man? I lost the match. What happened?
Tulo was obviously on top of him during that cover.
No, Tulo's like, oh, man, I was out. What happened, man?
He was on top.
You mean I won the match?
He was on top of him for like a 20 count.
Oh.
So.
And Alex can't believe it.
Oh, that was bad. That was so bad. That was
so you had the thing where the referee 1, 2, and then clearly
I think even Chris was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Yeah, it's like your shoulders are not down. I wonder if Tulo's laying there, passed out. It's like count. It's like, man, what a fucked up finish.
See,
no wonder why they killed that town.
See, they're sitting back there probably thinking it sounds like a good idea, but then
oh, not this piece of shit. What the fuck? Wow.
I think we got Ian Xavier versus
So
Alex
this is
Riley.
Seven Rivers Wrestling at this point in time. So this is probably another year later. So this is
I did
2011?
I chronologically put it together, so I'm not
pretty sure this is 2011. Yeah,
What is USW?
Uh,
United States Wrestling?
Sure.
Whoa, check out that transition. Okay.
Oh, yeah. This is 2011, man.
Oh, this is cool. You guys put like little fucking flashback features
Yeah,
and stuff
now
on
available
there?
on DVD, yeah.
Look at Nathan Sensation before the dad bod.
Oh, man, is he trying to suck him off? Is he trying to suck him off?
I think he notices that there's brass knucks in there.
No, that's a dick. He's like, man, are you hard? He's like, yeah, man, let me check it. Yep. Wow. So, yeah. So the show previous to this one, I actually had one of my ex-girlfriends there. There's kind of a running theme there. She was really cool, but everyone's like, hey, man, maybe she should be a valet and stuff like that. She was tall, just super cool, and she's just like, no.
I've noticed that a lot of wrestle trash shows, if there is a decent-looking gal in the crowd, they will always be asked to be a valet.
Oh, yeah,
It's
definitely.
super weird. Every time.
This is just very awkward here.
And they would always end up being Steve Stardom's valets, too, which is even more weird.
Yeah, but I think Steve Stardom, his criteria for a valet, he'll look up and be like, you got herpes, right?
As long as they have
she like, yeah.
As long as
You're
they
my
have
valet.
As long as they have like a denim jean skirt on, usually. That's kind of like another, they always, for some reason, always wore denim jean skirts. I think, is this after he went to Germany for a little bit or Milwaukee or something? I can't remember.
This might have been like coming back from Germany or something like that. So this is, oh God, this is the American Legion on Alaska. So more than likely this is like August of 2011.
I'm going to tell some Ian Xavier stories really quick since he's cutting probably a bad promo.
Yeah, no shit.
So Ian Xavier, one reason I don't have respect for him, the very first time I met him was at a 7RW show, and he was basically
about right.
He was too cool to say hi to me. So I went up to him, because I did all that bullshit. You shake everybody's hand, which is cool. And I tried to shake his hand, and he wouldn't shake my hand because he didn't have time for me because I was an audio guy or whatever. So right after that, I was like, "Fuck that guy." That's totally to think that you're above anybody else for whatever reason. I think that's fucking bullshit. And then number two, I heard that.
I actually spelled his name right. Good.
I heard that
I'm doing graphics at this point.
I heard that he thinks that they won't. So I guess he requested working there at the next RCCW Halloween show in La Crosse.
Okay.
And they were like, "Nah, man, that's all right." And
why is he fucking bowing?
And he thought that they wouldn't bring him in because he would outsell every other dude's merch.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So they were like, "No, dude, we don't want to bring you in." And he was like, "Oh, well, it must be because they obviously know that I'll outsell everybody else's merch and they don't want to piss off all the other guys."
That's fucking stupid. What a fucking idiot.
I will not say which person. It was not Derek Cobain who told me that. But it was somebody else from RCCW that told me that nugget. And I thought
Is he
that
in
was
the ring
hilarious.
right now? I mean, you already got 2 contacts, man.
I know everybody over there, dude.
Bullshit. All right, so Dewey Wolf is the referee for this one, right? Ian Xavier, man, this guy's a pile of shit. So he looks like, there was a show we did in Winona for Seven Rivers Wrestling. I think it was the night that they had that first Legos match, between whoever the hell it was. I can't remember anymore. Butchie Davis and Connor O'Reilly. You know, Connor Riley. So after the show, like, Ian actually had a pretty decent match that night. So I walked up to him. I'm like, hey, man, you know, good job tonight. And he's like, it's called working. And I'm like, all right, man, cool. You know, like, yeah, you want to be a dick bag, be a dick bag.
It's just like, you know,
is he still running a Fed?
I don't know. It's just like that. I think he is. It's like that.
Is it an E-Fed?
For some reason, when people like almost take the whole veteran thing too serious, it just really bothers me because, you know, people are in this to have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Some are into it to make a living, but a lot of people are just into it because they have a good time. They like hanging out with friends. And when people like take this whole like vet thing so serious on a level like this, I just lose respect for you. Like, and I understand, you know, you want to go shake people's hands, and there is some type of hierarchy as far as, you know, being green and needing to put the ring away and all this other stuff. But if you're, like, really taking it so serious when you're working on shows that have 20 people on them, like, fuck yourself. Like, here, let me show you. This is how Ian Xavier does handshakes. Ready? Put your hand out.
Okay.
You remember that bullshit where I want people to see the camera. Remember that fucking bullshit where you first start and it's like, well, brother, you don't want to shake somebody's hand too much. This is exactly how he did fucking handshakes. Ready? Are you ready?
Yeah. That's not a handshake.
That's how he would do it, though. Because at one point, I remember hearing it. At one fucking point, I think when we started, it was like, hey, man, here are the rules of wrestling, brother. You shake everybody's fucking hand. You fucking green-ass rookie, help with the ring, show respect.
Yeah.
But then when you also shake people's hands, dude, you do it, like, super light because it's
super
like a show.
Dainty.
Super dainty because you show it's like... And I was like, fuck that. That's fucking stupid. If I meet somebody, I'm like, hey
man,
nice to meet
how's
you,
it going?
dude.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like he fucking read that in the rule book and was like, oh, what's up, dude?
Who wrote that rule
I don't
book?
know. Probably the
Was that the old NWA rulebook from '56?
Angry Wrestling Vet on Facebook.
Because
I fucking hate that Facebook
Okay,
page,
so if you're a vet and you're like you're supposed to look like a wrestler, then why the fuck is he wearing a T-shirt?
Probably because he likes cheeseburgers more than he likes doing ab crunches.
Nah, he loves Ghost Dick.
Oh,
shout out to Ryan Brown.
There's a nice
for that
flat
one.
back bump there. That's
Who is this other camera guy over there?
There's a second camera
There's a
guy?
second camera guy. I can't remember who the fuck that is.
I don't know. I have no idea who that would be.
Who the fuck is that
it Jimmy
guy?
Jones?
I don't know.
Is this when he was doing his
No,
AV
that
stuff?
was not. I don't know if we were trying out another camera guy at this time.
Did you use that camera angle at all? Have you used it yet?
No.
Maybe it was for Ian Xavier. Maybe he had like his own camera dude.
No. Oh shit. I remember. Oh fuck yeah, I remember now. Okay, so we were testing out this kid. He wanted to help us out or whatever. And the motherfucker never hit record.
No way.
Yes. Oh fuck, I almost forgot about that. Holy shit.
That's awful.
Oh, that's
look
fucking
at that.
awful
There's
there.
that. Check it out. Check it out now.
Yeah, holy shit.
Also, for those of you that don't know, Ian Xavier is he's a ghost hunter.
Yeah.
And you can he has a website. You can book him to do like seminars, ghost hunting seminars, ghost story seminars. He actually gets booked for him, Jesse. I know it's a real thing. Like, you could call him up right now and book him for like a KQEG segment.
How much, man? What's the website?
I don't know. I don't know if he has his I don't know, just search. I don't know. I don't know if his ghost telling gimmick is X-Man also.
Wait. I'm pretty sure that's copywritten by Marvel. You know?
Is X-Man?
X-Man, yeah. They have a character called X-Man.
Do they really?
Yeah. They had it was a limited run, 4 issues. It was during their Age of Apocalypse run.
Okay.
So X-Man was their version of Cable.
So now he's basically they're gonna do a test of strength quick.
Why? And then they're gonna do that fucking shit spot.
The dance spot.
Are you gonna do a fucking shit spot? Oh fuck this. Whose idea you think this was?
Oh, that was dumb. I hated what Alex Riley just did. Oh, I hated that whole thing.
Wow, that's really
I hated
holy
that
shit.
whole thing. I fucking hated that.
Okay, so at this point in time, this is 3 years into the business now. With a sabbatical to Germany at one point in time, where he came back and he decided to buy singlets from every country.
Yes. He had a German one. He had a USA one. I don't know if he had anything else than that, actually.
I think he had an Irish one, didn't he?
I don't know. Maybe he actually, you know what? I think
he's
he
like,
might
fuck your strength.
Oh, you're so strong,
fuck.
man.
This handshake is so strong. Fuck me. Oh, that's right.
Man.
This is how you shake hands.
I've never really understood the test of strength, and more so because Ian Xavier just did it the opposite way, which I think traditionally has always meant that.
I think okay, so
you go like this.
we
But,
lock up.
If you, so
and then we're supposed
do it to me. Do it to me.
Then we're supposed to kind of do this.
But then do it to me. Do it to me. Now,
Okay.
now you get the. Now you
Okay,
win the
I'm
battle.
supposed
right?
to get the
and I'm like
advantage. Yeah.
And then if I turn it though, don't I have it on you?
Yeah, because like the way your wrist bends, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. See, because Ian had it both ways.
Yeah.
He had,
Of course he did.
Oh, look at this. He got some chain wrestling background.
Wow, he's a little bit smoother on his feet at this point
He
in time.
practiced that a little bit in his tiny little dorm room in Germany.
Oh, man, you remember? I remember at one point in time, Alex was like, hey, man, so I'm over here in Germany. I'm trying to get booked on Alex Wright's shows. Could you send me some matches?
Did you send him matches?
I sent him some matches. He never got booked.
He never got booked, though.
Never got booked.
I wonder if he used any of the ones that we showed already.
I wonder if, like, he ever went to, like, any WXW shows when they were running and stuff like that, you know?
I don't know that I'd ever talked to him about that. I don't know if he ever. I think actually,
I think he told me he just got drunk a lot.
Yeah, probably.
Oh God, that was like wow.
Oh yeah, look at this.
What?
Oh.
This.
That was weird.
Nope.
I think he was going for a crucifix there.
It's like he forgot everything he learned from his MMA gimmick the year before.
Maybe after that Tulo match he said.
God, that's the slowest leg drop ever. The Steve clothesline was actually kind of good.
Yeah, the forearms he's been throwing in the clothesline. You know, Alex, he just progresses at a different rate than a lot of other people.
Still pins like a turd.
Now he's gonna. Oh no! Don't do the armbar
please
again.
don't.
Do the
Please
fucking
don't.
armbar. Oh, he doesn't know what he's
God.
doing. He has no idea what's going on.
What the fuck was that? Did he just teabag his wrist? He's like, let me drop my heavy balls on your wrist. And Ian is selling that shit.
He's selling the fuck out of it.
He's like, no, brother! No, brother!
I think Ian has always been one of those guys that he'll have a match, and regardless of how it ends up being, they go to the back and he goes, man, that was like one of the best matches I think definitely on the show tonight. That was probably the best thing. That was awesome.
I don't know, man. I always heard he just like shits on everyone.
Does he? But I think I don't know if he does it with his opponent. I think he shits on everybody.
Really just pounding on his hand. Okay, so this is what I don't get. All right, I'm just gonna be okay. It's the fucking palm, right?
Yeah.
The palm is supposed to absorb punishment.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to work the hand, wouldn't you turn it and start
You'd think
on
so.
the knuckle side? And he's selling it. He's like, oh, my fucking palm, man. I can't shake anyone's hand anymore.
I think one of the things that I've never liked about what's going on here.
He's tapping his wrist.
See,
Why the fuck was he tapping his wrist?
I don't know. He was tapping out. But like it's like that. How he was beating on his hand. It's like Ian was sitting there for how long? Why didn't he move him? I mean, he could have done anything.
Well,
to
he
get
had
out
a
of
free
that predicament.
hand. He had a free hand.
That's why it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Man, look at that balding pattern.
Well, Ace. I mean, you can see though. Alex has obviously got. I think there's one more match after this, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not 100% certain. But I think Alex is. You can see he's gotten better in some things. I mean, obviously he's actually. What's happening?
I don't know.
Is he having a seizure?
I think he shit himself.
I don't know what's going on.
Unless that's just his selling, man.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, which I don't. Okay, so if you're just rocking this guy, right? Ugh.
I mean, this is the most offense we've seen Alex have thus far. In
like 3 years.
Yeah, in 3 years.
Short arm clothesline. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. So maybe now we're getting to now we started and we had some really bad wrestling, and now we're getting to the point where, I mean, it's not.
It's
terrible.
getting passable.
It's getting passable.
It's passable to the point it's like, okay, now this looks like wrestling.
It does actually, at least a little bit. Or it looks like Alex not getting his ass beat for 10 or 15 minutes because he never got any offense in previously.
Oh, man. So one of the first local independent wrestling shows I went to here in La Crosse was Sunfish Days.
Yeah.
It was 06. And Ian Xavier was on that show. I think he was teaming up with Buddha at the time. And I remember it was just absolute crap. But we couldn't remember anyone's name on that show. But like Jay Classic was on that show, and he had these like purple velvet pants.
Oh, really?
So for like 2 years we called them Crush Velvet.
Crush Velvet?
Yeah.
So
Which
did
is
you go
way
back
better
and
name.
like watch Sunfish Day shows all the time? Is that like what? Or
No,
did
we
you-
just got super drunk at that show.
how did you hear about it? Poster?
No,
just
I
there?
think someone had told a friend that, hey, they got wrestling at Sunfish Days. And we're like, oh, yeah, let's go. Because apparently no one knows how to use fucking posters.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Speaking of which, man, if you're going to do posters and you're promoting a name, make sure you get the name's name right.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You told me that story. I don't know if you actually want to call anybody out, but definitely get that right.
Yeah, definitely. There's a difference between a bruiser and a brawler.
Yeah.
So heads up
That's
on
all
that
you
one.
gotta say. Yeah. There really
Can't
is.
believe I'm doing that fucking shit.
I mean,
holy shit, that antivirus thing popped up.
Yeah, well, it's expired, so I don't know if you guys want to get some more of that. That's not going to show up on the actual fucking watch back, but it's there now.
Okay, so at this point in time, me and Xavier's totally just like took in control of this match, right?
Well, he's basically just been doing turnbuckle moves, which is why I think we've kind of stopped paying attention. I mean, maybe maybe that's he's being a good heel then in that point because he's
a heel, motherfucker.
Because we're watching it and we're like, oh, now I'm bored. I hate this guy. He fucking sucks. But that's what a heel's supposed to do, right? I mean,
yeah, he's supposed to dominate the pace of the matchup. But at the same time, though, I think there's a difference between like. So when you have the ability to control your portion of the matchup and you're trying to build sympathy for the face, at least, like make it seem like the face is going to get some sympathy from the crowd instead of just killing the crowd.
Yeah.
What's Alex got here? Oh, God, he just got
Did he miss him there or did he actually kick him?
I think he kicked him, but he still sold it like he was going into the corner.
See, like, that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't say that Ian Xavier is a god-awful wrestler by any means, but he's a fucking dickbag. So that's that. That's all I wanted to say. Because, sometimes that can get misconstrued.
So are you saying that a dickbag can still be a good wrestler?
I wouldn't say he's a good wrestler. Okay? I think now you're just taking my
No,
words.
we're just like, we're making up shit, right?
Oh, there's the claw.
Well, okay. I got to ask, was this the same show where Livewire and Steve Stardom had their that Falls Count Anywhere match?
I don't think so because that happened at a show I believe that I was at. And
Okay.
Wasn't the Falls Count Anywhere match actually in Toma?
No, there was one here, too.
Because that match
Yeah.
was really bad. Because
Oh, God,
I
that was
specifically
terrible.
remember that Livewire would not hit Stardom with anything hard. So he had, like, the chair, and he's like,
Yeah.
But they had this blood feud. But it's like, here comes the chair, Steve. The ultimate power source, brother.
Yeah.
They had like 8 matches in a row. We have to have Derek on to ask exactly why the fuck he booked that because it was like literally it was Stardom versus Livewire, Stardom versus Livewire.
Well,
Stardom
I think
versus Livewire.
at some point in time the logic was, okay, well this guy is kind of local. Maybe he'll bring in some fans.
He brought in like 5.
Yeah, he did.
I remember I interviewed them once. We have tape of that and it was awful. I interviewed Livewire fans. I was like, "What are you guys excited to see?" Livewire. Like, okay.
I remember that. Oh God, we did that.
awkward.
Like we had the stretch of time where one of the things that we loved to do for added production value was, hey, let's ask fans about the main event match because we thought that was just so fucking like cool.
We thought it'd be a cool added production to the DVDs. And
so
stuff,
we did it in Toma at the bank, and
Yep.
then we did it in Winona at the Black Horse.
Yep.
I remember the Black Horse one being very awkward.
It was super awkward.
Because I think he interviewed a couple gals that actually
did.
showed up at the show this
Yep.
past weekend, and
Yep.
yeah, that was awkward. The Toma one was like kind of cool because
Yep.
like more people got drunk.
Yeah, well, and they actually had some good answers. I think we actually did one at the Onalaska Legion one time too, because we have that picture of me talking. To
Yeah.
Talking about the Butchie match that he had. I
Yeah.
don't remember what that one was, but yeah, that was kind of cool. It's always fun adding
That was
production,
different.
and it's like the whole WrestleCon thing when we got to do the pre-show thing. That was
probably the
cool.
best execution of that idea.
That was
ever.
really cool.
Yeah.
But
Hey, are you free for WrestleCon this year?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I am, dude. Fucking Mick Foley's gonna be there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll make sure I'm free.
All right.
So.
Oh, the code breaker,
That's when
shit.
he started doing the code breaker as the finish. You remember that?
Yep.
Because the Riley factor looked like ass.
Well, that looked like ass too because like, he gets hit in the face with that fucking move in the chest and he just no fucking sold it.
Yeah, I know he's still.
And
standing.
Alex is fucking selling on the fucking mat.
Even though it's Alex's finish, he's still standing. But I think it's probably because if Ian gets on the mat, it's not the easiest for him to get back up. So if he has to, is that their double down?
I guess by his circumstance it is, right?
I'm assuming that Alex.
So
is gonna
it's
win
his
this.
finish, but Ian's like, hey man, let's use that as a double down.
Probably.
He just fucking shit all over him. Or just punched him right in the gut.
I always hate that. I'm gonna double axe handle you, you prick. Here I come. Here I come. Oh,
Okay,
here we go. Here's
come
the
on, Nick,
jabs.
you never got in a fight and try to double axe handle someone?
No. Look at now they're doing the shoulder block. I'm gonna fall thing
Yep.
like 90% through the match.
Yep.
Like as if Ian hasn't been on the mat already when he was getting his hand stomped. And where did that go? They just stopped doing that? He's
Apparently,
like, I'm
yeah.
gonna work over your hand for
Stop working his hand.
Look at him. He's trying to create like a fucking infusion of
Oh
air.
God, I can smell the shit right now. Going off the middle, man.
He's going to the top.
He's going all the fucking way.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, sweet God.
Oh, man.
Sweet God. Okay,
Oh,
he finally got him down.
All right, there you go.
He finally got him down.
He's like selling his throat.
He punched me in my throat. He punched me in my throat. This is a fucking long-ass match.
Oh, look
man.
at that. There's the camera now. Look at that.
Oh, you did? Oh, so did he realize he was not recording, like, that far into the match or whatever?
Yeah, probably. Let's find out. Yeah.
So he never did anything again then?
I don't
What
even
is
know.
he doing?
I don't know. I think the
This must
referee's
be their
telling him,
finish.
like, hey, man, he's really hurt here.
This must be their finish.
You broke his windpipe.
Oh, it's Dewey.
You broke his windpipe, man. I'm the best referee. I got my own music. He broke his windpipe.
Oh, because you needed. Oh, like he didn't just see him.
Wait
over
a
there?
minute. Who is that? Is that Spider Baby?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
Spider Baby. Oh God, that was.
That was a decent neck breaker.
Yeah, it was. I mean. It
Okay,
took
is
him
this
way
what I
too
don't
long to
get?
get
Like,
out
okay,
there.
this is gonna sound really stupid, but when someone bumps in the ring and makes a fucking noise,
I've
and-
always wondered
and
that.
you're a referee, and your ears work,
I've always wondered that.
because you're asking this guy, "Are you alright?" He's like, and you don't hear a fucking bump behind you,
I've always wondered.
or that crowd is so fucking dead that you can actually hear the commentators in the ring, and they're like, hey ref, there's a guy behind you. Holy fucking shit. Like, what the fuck?
See, that's why I always hate. I just don't. I don't know. The refs look so like they look. Fucking,
And then he comes out here now and he's gonna celebrate.
Yeah, they look. Dumb
Spider
as
Baby's
shit.
a nice guy though.
I really like Spider Baby. I think he still probably has our highest podcast listen episode on the GrappleTalk network. Yeah, I think he does. It has like 5,000 hits or something.
Holy
it's
shit, that's
nuts.
a lot of hits.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spider Baby's a cool cat. Tommy Saturday.
Yeah. Ian Xavier, not a cool cat.
No, but they're a tag team. They're buddies, so you know it's just how it is sometimes. But Spider Baby's always been super cool to me. I always enjoy talking to that guy at shows and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't get to see him enough. But
Yeah, Ian Xavier though, what a pile of shit.
pile of shit. Yep.
I think actually Alex is working a show for Ian coming up here in like January or February. I saw the poster at one point.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, yeah, because I think it's like IWI or something like
That
that.
is- that-
International
that-
Wrestling Incident or
Yep.
Accident.
Oh,
or-
this is KC. Yeah, I found this one. Yeah, when he's like getting murdered. When
Okay,
he's
so
calling him
this is
Misfit
like
Matters.
yeah, this is like another year later. This
Yeah.
is really good.
So this
Nick.
is the last
Wow.
match. This will be the last match that we actually watch.
Holy
but
crap!
I think it's only like 9 minutes long or something. But
Yeah.
I know that. So this is actually
This was a really fun show too.
But this is actually one of the reasons I think actually why Alex started to dislike Chris.
Mhm.
The Youth Gone Wild gimmick, and
Yep.
then to Alex's credit, I think Chris was knocking the fuck out of him with the chair that you guys will
Yeah.
see in a little bit. Like he was actually beating the shit out of him. I think I remember when I talked with Alex before. This is like if you like, hey man, give me 3 reasons why you don't like Chris. It's like the Youth Gone Wild thing, always shitting on him, and then I think one of them was actually like, dude, basically like broke my fucking arm hitting me with a chair in this match. But
well, it's like the way they did it, where they tied his arms behind his back. Oh man, are they trying to make out right there? Fuck.
that's not good to talk about.
No. Yeah, this was
anyways.
actually a really fun show.
Yeah, Nick Ross's office was in a porta potty. Which
Yeah,
was
you got
fucking
to see it
awesome.
at hard cam. Ooh, is that Chris's brother?
I don't know. He has a brother?
Yeah, this is so weird. So at this point in time, I started dating a gal from Winona. You know,
Dude, you sound like you've dated a lot of fucking chicks, man.
you know,
You're
I actually
fucking-
thought about it last night. I was like, holy shit. I probably did date way too many chicks.
Are
I
you
should
like,
be married at this
Are you
point.
like Good Luck Chuck? Like every chick that you date, do they like end up finding their forever love after you guys break up? Is that usually what happens?
All right. Let's go back through this. All right, so, Katie.
We're gonna name drop. Okay.
Okay. I remember vividly at one point. We both kind of like cursed each other afterwards because like it worked really well. But I'm like, you're gonna marry the next guy you date.
Yeah.
She did.
Oh,
And
she
she's like,
did.
you're gonna marry a short Irish woman, and I'm like, you take that back.
You take that back.
You take that back. So yeah, AC Riley now coming out with that pleather jacket.
Oh yeah, this is so Youth Gone Wild must have been a thing, right? Because that
Yeah.
pleather jacket was part of Youth Gone Wild, wasn't it?
Yeah, look at him. He's like, come on, Winona Steamboat
Come on.
Days, come on.
baby.
That's how you spell his name right there. All right.
So but he this is also that ring attire Steve Stardom
Full
now owns.
hawk. Yeah. That was the same ring attire that Steve Stardom puked all over Livewire.
It was. Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. But anyway, so the gimmick that you guys need to understand is that Chris Hansen, which we will probably cover at some point later on in Let's Watch Indie Wrestling, the Misfit Manners and Chris Sexy KC saga, where they basically, I think, let some of the work bleed into being a shoot.
Yep.
But anyways, this is during a time where Chris was kind of going nuts, and he thought everybody was Misfit Manners.
Yep.
So he would say, "Oh, I hate Misfit Manners," and he would start.
Man, he's a house of fire at this point in
Yeah,
time.
he's
This is
actually-
like one of his best matches. Holy shit.
And you want to know why?
Why is that?
Probably because Chris told him to come out there and beat the fuck out of me for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Chris was so underrated. Holy shit.
Yeah. As far as psychology was concerned, that dude knew how to put matches together and how to
Yep.
get people over and get heat. I mean, yeah, he was great at that. But,
All right, cool. He's going for the kill. Oh, no.
Oh, Brandon.
Oh, no, that is it. That is all. That's all she wrote there. It's over now.
Yep. Now he's probably gonna beat the shit out of him now for about
Yep.
5-10
But yeah,
minutes.
that storyline was so fucking hot. As we alluded to, like at one point, the blow-off actually got booked at, Brew City Wrestling, like at the other side of the state.
Yeah, and actually, I think I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
And I now almost remember that being promoted that way.
Mm-hmm. Which is so weird, man, because, like, man, that angle's so fucking hot. Oh, well, bring the fucking
yeah,
trash. Holy
cans. Yeah,
shit.
there you go, dude.
Man, this is actually a really good match. I'm glad you put this in.
Yeah.
I forgot how much I actually enjoyed this match.
Yeah, I don't.
Chris is just laying this shit in.
Oh yeah, he's beating the fuck out of Alex here.
And Alex, of course, is selling the ribs. He's got the tape, and Chris now is exposing the ribs.
But as much
Yeah.
and as again, Alex does not like Sexy KC, but I think if you talk to Chris, there was an extended period of time where Chris actually considered him to be like a protege, like an up and
Chris
coming
actually
guy.
really did like Alex. The thing he didn't like about Alex was the fact he never listened,
Yes.
and he thought about things way too much.
Yes, exactly. Like I think Chris actually saw a lot of potential in Alex and kind of wanted to take him under his wing and basically, as far as SWE is concerned and everywhere else, make him something.
Yep.
But like you said, he just had trouble listening and kind of taking what he learned and using it. But
Yeah, Ryan Brown's really doing some good camera work in
Oh,
this
yeah, he
episode.
is.
Yeah.
I don't know who
The fruity booty. I forgot about the fruity
I don't know who
booty.
the guy in the yellow is that security?
I
or
think that's
something?
supposed to be security for Steamboat Days.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
Cool. It was a lot of fun doing commentary with Stephen Walker there for a bit.
Yeah, well, he's a
Yeah.
radio professional.
Uh-huh. Yeah, him and the Live from Lacrosse crew down in Chicago for that sketch comedy festival this weekend. So that's really cool for those guys.
Oh yeah,
If
absolutely.
you get a chance, go check out that show, man. I think they
Yeah.
got one coming up in February. You want to check it out and get some beers?
I don't know, probably not.
Oh, come on, man. We don't hang out outside of doing wrestling.
Oh man, so
But,
they're
yeah.
just Oh, there's a little face twist there.
Yep,
So
yep.
yeah, this has actually been a pretty decent match thus far. The reason why I put it on here is because I wanted Alex to relive himself getting his ass totally.
And
whooped.
I think he really wanted to get the uncensored opinion of Alex about Chris, right?
Yeah, but then the fucker
Yeah.
didn't even. Oh yeah, by the way, he did text. He texted.
Oh, yeah?
Guess what he said?
What's that? I overslept?
Sorry.
Fuck you,
That's
dude.
all he said.
Sorry.
No punctuation either.
Pa started to look like
Sorry.
110 years old over there.
You prick. Yeah, but
Yeah. Oh, is that Mike the Bull in the crowd? Holy shit.
I think it is actually. I think Mike
Is
didn't. Mike,
Hoffman right there? Yeah.
yeah,
Holy
didn't
crap.
didn't Mike roll with TJ Devlin Kane a while there?
Yeah, I think so.
Weren't they rolling together.
Yep.
But yeah, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris was. I always liked having him at shows. I thought he was a good mind to have around. But then obviously he moved kind of far away, so we weren't able to.
Yeah, he moved to Illinois. It was a weird situation. Hopefully one day we could actually just have him on and just bullshit about it, because the whole thing kind of blew up in his face, and then he just kind of got out of the wrestling, and now he's really big into motorcycle politics, you know?
And hockey. He likes hockey a lot.
Yeah, man, he kind of sucks at fantasy hockey too.
Yeah, actually, we had a fantasy football matchup between me and Chris in the semifinals,
Yeah.
and originally I lost by 1 point, and then there was a 2-point correction on Zeke Elliott, so I ended up beating him.
Oh,
3
there's
days
that
after
duct
the
tape
fact.
now, yeah.
Oh, but here's where he kind of gets to the. So he hits him with some duct tape there, and now.
Oh,
going
the
for
pedigree.
That was his finish.
Oh man,
Wow, that
what
was a
pedigree.
really good.
Wow,
that was
holy
a really
shit.
good sell, actually. That looked really good.
That's a really good bump right there.
Yeah, that was a good ass bump. So okay, so now he's gonna start duct taping him.
Yeah, I think at this point in time we're pleading on the commentary. What are you doing, XKC? Why?
And
Got the match
again-
won.
So again with Chris, I think Chris.
I still have that same polo. Holy shit.
Sexy KC wasn't as much about building these storylines for the fans there. He was kind of about building up the DVDs and stuff, you know?
Yeah, the storylines for the TV, because we're running TV at the same time here on the KQEGs.
So in this sense, he's trying to basically, put together. He's a nut. He is nuts.
Yep.
He literally wants to kill Misfit Manners. And correct me if I'm wrong. At this time, Misfit Manners was taking a hiatus because he lost his smile.
Yeah. They did the
lost
the smile gimmick with the briefcase, and it was actually.
I think he actually hits him in the fucking head here. To be honest,
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, tape's still on.
Oh fuck!
Jesus
he creamed
Christ.
him. Holy shit! He flattened that faux hawk.
Because I think AC knew that. I think because he said.
Look at that dent. Holy
shit!
Shit!
He said he knew Chris was going to do that. He did not know that he was going to continue hitting him after that. So.
Oh, he just fucking killed Dewey Wolf.
Dewey Wolf probably creamed his fucking
shit!
pants.
Oh, right on the wrist.
Right on the hands, man. Yep. Oh boy, here it comes again.
Yeah.
On
the elbow too.
Oh man,
Oof.
he's just murdering him.
All right,
I think
here comes
he
the
starts
ref
hitting these
style.
dudes. Yep.
Okay, is that Ben
It's
Holberg?
big time Ben Holberg and Chris Steele, I think.
Holy
actually.
shit! I forgot how often Chris Steele was a referee.
Is that Chris Steele? I don't know who that is.
I think that might be someone else.
Is that Jason J, maybe?
I don't know. I mean, he just goes right back at him. I like the realism of this angle. I like the.
I mean, it did seem like he's a fucking nutcase.
Yeah, I like the referees coming out. That's one thing I always kind of like. Man, you got to have the referees come out. You got to have security come out during these speed ups. Because otherwise it's just like, why the fuck are you doing it? I have no fucking clue who that guy is.
Is that the Black Horse guy? The guy that owned the Black Horse? Or whatever?
Yeah.
I think that's who that is.
Yeah, it is. Holy shit. What was his name?
I don't know what his name was. I can't remember what it was, but.
No shit. I thought it was I can't remember his name.
I think that might be it.
Up next, Walker's Rundown.
Yeah, Walker's Rundown was a little
Seven
gimmick
Rivers
that we
Wrestling.
did,
Yeah.
And
This was actually a really popular show on our network, actually, at one point in time.
Was it really?
Yeah, Seven Rivers Wrestling. Actually, a lot of people would always call into the studio and be like, "Hey, man, we love that show."
Really?
Yeah.
It's good original content. It's something that's different, because we always talk about that, but I think with local television, you can pride yourself on local sports and then original content like something like that where people don't get to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where it's very much if you can't compete with like syndication or having like a network affiliate, you have to create your own content.
Right.
And, like Seven Rivers Wrestling, like you can say a lot of shit about it, right? But man, like it was engaging TV.
Yeah.
When we were actually doing it, it was engaging product too. It's just too bad it's probably a good thing it actually folded the way it did, because then we wouldn't have River City Championship Wrestling
Which is
the way we have it right now.
Pretty good product, yeah.
So it's a really fun product. So what have we learned from the best of AC Riley Volume 1?
That he definitely has progressed. It took an extended period of time to get there.
Yeah, that was like a 4-year stretch.
That was a long time for him to get to where he's at today. Obviously, he's a lot better than he was back then.
Yeah.
I think that can definitely be said. The dude's actually gotten it figured out and gotten the character figured out and stuff like that. But
still wrong. Good.
Nonetheless, man, there was some fucking rough times though.
Yeah.
And that wasn't. And this was mostly, guys. This was stuff that was available
on YouTubers
and some other stuff.
I'm
pretty
sure
that there's
like,
some other really bad stuff that we don't. That has.
Did
not
he have
seen.
his own channel at one point in time where he had like his own camera that he was setting up some stuff?
Yeah, but I don't know if he was doing that early on.
Yeah,
he might have been doing that after. He might have been doing that around 7RW time, because I don't know if he. I don't know if he was doing that. In his first days, but maybe we could take a look at that. But yeah, I'm sure there were some other real bad stinkers. As far as.
But no, I think he actually did a really good job of actually kind of putting together a nice progressive timeline of his career, where you just jumped ahead a year every year, and you kind of see the progression of the character. Got to see like just the ideas, and no fault of his own. One of the things that really kind of sucked about probably his first 4 years is the fact that you're not getting booked every weekend. You're not getting booked every month. With New Age Wrestling, a lot of it was like every 3 months.
Stagnant booking.
Every 4 months.
Right.
And then it was just like you had no chance to really kind of progress.
Yeah.
And then as he started getting more bookings, more reps, as something we've always alluded to on the show, it's like the more reps you get, the better you're going to get at something. You can kind of see that progression. And then having like the right guy to work with, too, really does pay off.
Right.
So you see him with David Bonner in the beginning, and if Bonner wasn't a really decent vet, I think that whole match with the broken rein would have just it would have been the shits.
Yep.
And it was still the shits, but it would have been the shits.
Right.
And then going from there, working a guy like Jay Classic, who is a perfectionist.
Yep.
And
he probably expected a lot out of Alex in that match.
And then you work Tulo,
who probably thought they were on similar levels.
Maybe Alex actually thought he was on a similar level at that time, and you're thinking like, hey, this gimmick is going to work. But for whatever apparent reason, styles did not gel on that one.
Yep.
And then you work a guy like Xavier, who works a different style than everyone else that you're kind of working. It's more, for Ian and stuff like that, it's very much selling, because I'm not going to go out there and like wow you with my athletic prowess, because I don't fucking have an athletic bone in my body. It's very much a ghost bone, you would say.
Nice.
I mean, you kind of get that, and he's really kind of trying his best as a babyface. I mean, he's trying his best. And then the stuff with Sexy KC, where it listening to a vet, it keeps really simple in a match, and like this is the story we're telling in the match. We're not going out there and having a match like that. I think that's when it's starting to kind of click. It's like you don't have to go out there and paint by the numbers for matches. Like there's a lot of paint by the numbers bullshit in these matches where nothing was progressed, but in that last one you actually had something progressed.
Start.
And you had to finish, and you had a point, and it was actually an enjoyable match.
Yeah, exactly. I think if anything, what this really shows, and I know that a lot of guys that actually tune in and watch this are already wrestlers, but if you for some reason aren't, I would highly suggest that one big theme of this was just telling you, if you ever want to be a fucking professional wrestler, go to an actual camp and get trained, because as AC shows us here in this, he got trained under some dude that didn't really know what he was doing. And he didn't have the opportunities to hit the road and to go to all these shows, and he didn't have his promoter backing him and trying to get him books like we know guys like Frank and guys like Dylan and guys like Shane and people in the academy are able to do, because when you go to those camps and get trained, not only are you learning from the best and you have the ability to get consistent ring time, but then you have doors opening left and right to go, hey, work here, hey, work here, hey, work here, hey, we're going to go to this town, come with us, hey, we're going to go to this promotion, come with us.
Like you can get together like on a Thursday and train, or on a Saturday and train, where there is actual camp training time, so.
Like you'll notice what is kind of unfortunate with AC is that we just went through like a 5 or 6 year timeline. For a lot of guys nowadays, that's probably like a 5 or 6 show timeline. Yeah, it's a month timeline, which is how you would kind of see it. So if you can learn anything from that, go get yourself trained at a proper facility. And also, if you're watching this and you don't know Alex or AC, he's a lot better than what this show is nowadays.
He's a good guy.
We don't want to shit on him completely. That was bad.
I mean, that was like 6 years ago, Nick. That was like 6.
No, it was more than that. It was like fucking 9,
7?
Well, I just celebrated 9 years with Zari. It's maybe 10.
Holy crap!
That first match, it's because that was 2000.
That's 11 years.
Wow. Yeah. So
holy
fuck,
shit,
man, that's crazy to think about.
Time. Well, what the worst part though is like, all right, so I'm just going to say this much.
Yeah.
As we were kind of progressing through the shows too, I'm going to have to admit something. I still own some of those shirts.
What shirts? Oh, do you still really?
Yeah,
that
so
much time later.
Like that brown polo, I still have.
You really?
I'm pretty sure I still have that Seven Rivers Wrestling shirt.
Like, do you wear them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's quality.
You still fit into them. That's impressive.
Well, I mean, shit, Nick. I mean, I don't hit the gym.
I don't either. I'm fat as fuck. I don't fit in anything from 10 years ago. Nothing.
Whoa.
Nothing.
Yeah, I was going to make a crude joke about it, but I'm not going to now.
Okay.
But yeah, man, that was just – so what's next? What's next for us? What's up the next episode you want to do?
So we got a couple in the works that we want to do. We still need to schedule a time because we have people that have requested wanting to come on, so we have to actually coordinate that. If that's not the case, we can always go to the well and do like a beer camp. I mean, that's kind of like the next big one to probably do.
You want to do beer camp next?
I would love to do beer camp, actually.
Yeah.
But I'm almost to the point where with beer camp, I'm not saying let's cut it down to an hour. Let's do like a fucking 3-hour hard run.
You want to do the whole thing?
Camp. Yeah, I kind of want to do the whole thing.
Oh, shit, dude. All right.
Because it's I know it's broken down probably episodic. Did you guys even air that stuff on KQEG?
I don't know.
Because it was so vulgar. I mean, there was a lot of just weirdness that happened. I don't know, just... the blood and
I'm trying to remember. I think we might have aired some stuff.
So maybe you do have it broken down. Well, whatever.
It's somewhere. We got it somewhere.
Whatever
I think
we
Brown
can get,
said he found it.
Whatever we can get from Ryan Brown is what we'll do. Because I think
Yep.
with the last show, he added broken down match by match. So
Yeah, because that's the way we kind of did it. Was so one of the things we actually did when we first started doing it was we broke everything down match, and then depending on like how the production went for like certain places, we treated each match as like a segment for a show.
Right.
With YouTube, at one point in time, we had to break it down twice because of time limits.
Yeah.
And then after a certain point, they're like, oh, hey, you can upload videos of past 15 minutes, past a half hour.
Yep.
That was just like a policy change that YouTube ended up having. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a thing now. So now, depending on who we're working with, everything is broken down a certain way. So if like we're doing ACW, everything's a DVD file.
Yep. Okay.
If we're doing BCW, everything's a DVD file.
Right.
RCCW there, when we were doing that, it was DVD file. Like AWF, it's episodic TV.
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna do.
Well, we'll probably be looking at Beer Camp then for next week's episode.
All right, cool.
Otherwise, I think that's not a bad idea. At some point, we might start doing some best of volumes. I know there's a couple. There's a couple of matches in particular that I really want to go back and watch with Jesse that I've taken the time out of my free time.
How about we do?
And they're so bad, but they don't fit into an overall show segment. So best of volumes might be the best for some of these guys to do. Like, I really want to do a best of Steve Stardom. I got a couple of matches in particular.
Yeah,
I
think
Steve.
You want to do like the live wire Steve Stardom feud.
We should probably do that. Yeah,
but
definitely.
we can't do the past Stardom show with the puke.
Yeah, we can't
because we already did that one.
We have the weapons match. We have the Toma Bank match.
Did they have a couple for Elite Pro Wrestling at some point too?
They might have as well. Yeah, so we have that.
Fucking contract killers! I remember
contract.
That
the contract killers. So
yeah,
we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it. But we've got some good stuff ahead. And if you see AC Riley on the road, tell him to go fuck himself for not being here. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, helps us out a ton. I know that I think the other previous 3 videos are either at or just under the 100 view mark. So
that's pretty good.
I've gotten a lot of a love for those. So that's awesome, guys. Appreciate you tuning in.
Thanks.
We'll catch you guys next time for Let's Watch Indie Wrestling. Bye.
Goodbye. All right, cool. Yeah, kind of glad we actually said nice things at the end.